It is so bad what Jean Jernigan Roberts and her, man, they really are cynical. She is, I mean, I know you guys know this with all the decode that I've done and what you've seen. I mean, but, and I've told you how she likes to lie to the community and pull at their heartstrings and makes them think that pretending that they're Satanist is just real, just so fucking cute. And it's a whole community movement. No, it's not. It's a fucking con. You're being sucked in by actual fucking Satanists. This is very big. It's global scale terrorism. And you guys keep feeding the damn terrorist fucking bitch that is fucking trafficking and committing terrorism. Like, I cannot tell people enough to fucking knock it off. But anyway, it's such a big deal where I live. I'm at 611 79th Street in Tulsa. It's such a big deal in my neighborhood. And I did, when I made reports to the police, I did let the police know that Jean Roberts people also have been breaking and entering. I did let them know that. So that's why they told me to keep everything locked up and keep it as safe as possible until they can meet. I mean, all they can say is until we can meet with you, which is what they would normally say. But even meeting with somebody who would know what's going on would also say the same thing, because they're under her terror, freaking silent fucking collusion, fraud, fake contract shit. So it's basically out of their hands. It's in the government's hands, who Jean is also trying to hustle, which you guys all realize that. But anyways, so in my neighborhood, like, my brain has, like, which everybody is like this. Everybody in the world has AI. This is what I told most of the world has AI. They just don't realize it. And then from what I've learned from there is that there's 2 different levels of AI. And I can't distinguish the difference between the 2. And what I was told is it's too hard to explain the 2 different levels. But I'll just put it on a term that I can understand, which is some people know they have artificial intelligence and know that their bodies are being robotically used, their brains and their bodies. And some people know, and that includes input, output into your brain. Some people know that's happening to them and some people don't. Okay. And some people have the ability to use mental telepathy to actually communicate mental telepathy. And some people are actually then there's people that don't realize that, but, they have to unlock something in your brain in order to allow, mental telepathy to happen, which I think is just simple as unmuting. I think it's as simple as that. And I do know it's based on radar. They can just pick up people or animals on sonar radar and just zone into people just that easy. And that's anywhere around the world. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying in my neighborhood. So in my brain, in anybody's brain, people attach themselves, whoever's got the stolen AI, Jean's people that she's got local in the area, her occultist she's got living here. And they've actually lived here. A lot of them have lived here a very long time, like for like decades, like since the 60s, lying in wait for the future present day to the end. So, and people have told them in my brain, you need to leave. I don't care how long you've lived in Oklahoma. This is not your home. Get your Manson asses out. But they say they don't have to. They're not going anywhere. They don't care. Anyway, and they do hide above ground, and they also hide below ground within the population of people that they are holding hostage or holding in captivity, whether the people in captivity rather realize they're being held in captivity or not. There's all kinds of different situations going on there. So anyway, in your brain with AI, there's a Wi-Fi range to it. So people are able to put it in the simple terms, dial into the IPs associated with my brain or anybody else's brain by being within a certain radius of my brain. And they also do that, I think, like by bouncing like AI Wi-Fi signals, because I've seen how they are also attaching themselves to like mobile devices. So like tethering to the mobile device, which is then would be tethered to the person. I've seen kind of that, like paying attention, observing my environment and observing what's going on with the AI. So in my area, wherever I live, wherever I go, because I'm supposed to be, or I am the NWO baby, the sacrifice, the Scorpio child. I'm the one that's decoded everything, and all the little people that Gene went and tried to con into stealing from me, and then tried to lie to people, and then tried to refunnel it back to them. Such as, for example, some of what I decode is for African Americans, okay, for African Americans' history, because I decode everything from the Bible to present, because I'm looking at crimes, I'm looking at the connections of crimes, and I'm looking at all the ins and outs around everything back to the beginning of the Bible. I'm trying to unravel the whole thing, and I've been doing this for 8 years. Okay, so Gene is guilty for mass atrocities against African Americans. So who is she going to go kiss butt to first and make them think that she's their best friend and just do what she says? And if that doesn't work, she forces them. With the hidden hand, she goes through someone else and forces them to do what she says, okay? So where they could go directly to me, or I could directly say, hey, I figured this out, which I really wanted to be able to just go make reports against her to the CIA in confidence and have everything respectfully and humbly and just with reverence and love from the CIA given to African American leaders in the United States of America. But Jean did not want that. She wanted all pandemonium, all hell's bells out chaos, and she wanted to steal it and then act like she's African Americans' best friends, and then it funnels through her, and then she gives them a little bit here, a little bit there. It's what I call like clip stitching, and she clip stitches everyone, and she'll tell lies, and she'll flip everything around and keep doing the same damn thing she's always done to African Americans. And it's angering everyone, every fucking where. But anyway, so in my area, like in my physical location, wherever I'm at, I'm telling you about the real estate in this neighborhood because I live here. You should be checking the real estate in this neighborhood. Anybody moving in and out of anywhere within my range in this area, you should be living in those homes or those apartments and not allowing any of Gene Roberts' people in. I mean, everybody that moves in or out of this area should be investigated at this point as whether they're a part of her occult or whether she's got them, what I call it, mastering. I call it mastering because that's what she calls it. When you're using robotic technology on someone, if you have somebody mind wiped versus if mind wiped is like a hard wipe, like you can use AI to go into a person and control them, but as soon as something sudden, a sudden kind of jolt or a change happens to their body, they, like if coughing, talking, eating, smoking, anything like that, banging your head, freaking anything, it makes the person fall off. It makes the person fall off. If a hard wipe is when they have like a master key to you, and they are able to take up permanent location or permanent presence inside you, unlimited. So they can go in and out of you. They can stay in you for weeks, months, years at a time, stay in you for 4 hours to do this and 1 hour to do. They can do whatever they want. Okay. So, anyway, being like, in my area, that's what I'm saying. You should be investigating everybody in this area where I live. Anybody who's moved in or out since I've gotten here. You should be checking out everyone everywhere. I'm looking at the names of the Wi-Fis. I mean, these suckers just think they're just so above the law. They're going to get away with anything. I mean, I saved a picture of the Wi-Fi. I always check the names of the Wi-Fis near me because they brag about getting away with crime and lying and libels and rackets and terrorism and trafficking openly using their Wi-Fi signals. And I've even posted on Pinterest, but I think someone took it down unless it's still up there, but it's still on my phone, so I know you guys still have it. But they just openly just admit to just being able to get away with anything they want. So that's what I'm saying is the real estate in this area is a hot commodity, and it should be taken by or utilized by authorized members of the United States government or intelligence, not little freaking big ball testosterone filled freaking rah, but I don't even really want to talk like that. She's forcing me to talk like that because you know what Jean's fucking into. I mean, she just fucking told on herself there. Overcompensation, one of Jean's traits. She's trying to control Christina's speech. I'm going to explain to them what overcompensation means. That's one of Jean's major traits. So anyway, she preys on heartstrings of people, and then she gets people all incited, and then she feels her ego and blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, rah, 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 when it's really not funny. It's not cute. It upsets me and it hurts me because I'm like, I know your heart for some of you. I know your heart's in the right direction. She spun your mind in the wrong direction. And I don't have the ability to tell you that. So I'm thankful again for being able to get around Jean and her evil ways and getting to the top of the United States government.